Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well, and today I'm doing a first impressions on the new Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation, and I'm in the shade Ivory 100, and this one says lightweight and shine control, and you get 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters, and I got mine at Ulta. I have not found it at CVS, Rite Aid, or Walgreens where I live. So that is what it looks like up close. And first I'm going to apply the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. It says use alone, under, or over makeup. And this is also 1 fluid ounce, 30 milliliters. And I have not tried this yet, so this will be kind of a first impression. My skin hasn't been that matte lately. I mean, it hasn't been oily lately. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to apply a little bit to my cheek area. This is a white primer. It doesn't really have a scent though, so that's good. So I think this will be really great in the spring and summer because lately I feel like my skin has been on the more drier side. But if you have oily skin, like right now, let me know how you like this primer. Because I just wanted a little bit of something to prime my face. So that's why I used this. So I'm using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush for my foundation today. And just is a squeeze tube, and we are going to see how it looks. So that is the texture. It's quite moussey and kind of reminds me of the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation texture. So let's see, what side do we want to apply it first? I'll do this side. Tone might be a little pink, but I can make it work. There is a lighter shade that is way pink, so I didn't want to get that one. This might not be pink, it might be on the beige side, but I can make it work. But it seems to cover pretty well from what I can tell. Like, compare the two. I'm actually going to apply a little bit more to see if it will build up a little bit. But so far, that has really decent coverage. And it doesn't have a scent or anything like that. Make sure you get your neck. So, it's pretty good. I don't know if you can see up close. So, now I'm just going to apply it to my other cheek. So I seem to really like this foundation so far. Even though it's not like a perfect match, I feel like I can make it work. It's all about how you apply it, and powders and concealers and blush as well too. So make sure you get your chin and your forehead. Make sure you get your hairline, because that is super important. It doesn't seem to be getting cakey or anything like that, so that is really good. I actually think this is a better match now that I blended it in. Like on camera, it does look pretty good, and I think it is looking a lot better than when I first applied it. Like now that it's all over, it doesn't seem like too dark or anything like that. I'm just going to apply a little bit more to this cheek where I have a little bit more breakouts. And the time, I forgot to tell you what time it is. It's 1:21. I almost dropped my phone. Clumsy me. So, I really want to just make sure everything is blended in perfectly. I could have used my beauty blender to apply this, but I wanted to see how good the coverage was. I think this foundation is going to become a lot of people's favorite just because the way it looks, the coverage, and everything like that. So I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, under eye concealer, maybe a little bit of concealer on these blemishes, and powder, and I'll be right back. So hold on. Okay, so I finished doing all of my makeup and I did my hair and I got dressed and all of that stuff. So it is now 2:02 and I really do like this foundation. I feel like it does match better with my skin now that I blended it all in and put my powder and my blush and concealer on. I think it looks great and I would recommend this foundation for someone that has combination to oily skin or normal skin. I'm not sure it would work if you have extremely dry skin. Maybe if you use a really good moisturizer, but it is a completely matte finish and this is what my skin looks like with it on. I do have some highlighter on, so that is not me looking oily or anything like that. I do have combination to oily skin in the spring and summer, and around this time I'm more like normal to dry. So I'm not sure if I could give you a good answer if it's good for oily skin because I haven't had an oily T-zone in a while, but I do get oily in my T-zone in the spring and summer. But so far this foundation has blended in nicely. It gives like medium to buildable coverage, I think. And if you are someone who doesn't like a lot of coverage, this probably won't be a foundation for you. Oops. Maybe if you shear it out, it might work. But so far, I really am in love with this foundation. I think it's a great drugstore foundation. It was only about $5 or so. I don't know the exact price, but around $5. So it's the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation, and they have a whole bunch of different shades, so definitely check it out. And I will be checking in throughout the day, so I will check back with you in a few hours. I'll see you then. Okay, so it is now 6 o'clock and I am doing a follow-up showing you guys how this foundation has been wearing all day. I think it looks pretty good. Like, I am not oily, but I have not been oily in my T-zone at all since it's been the winter. So maybe I could do like a follow-up when it gets warmer out, how this foundation does wear in the warmer months and when I have a more oily T-zone, because lately I have been a little bit more dry. But so far I love the coverage of it. I love the way it feels on the skin. It feels baby soft and doesn't like make my pores look super large or anything like that. So I think it looks great, and I don't think it has worn off at all because I can still see my blush and my concealer hasn't worn off or anything like that. But I do have powder and everything on. The only part where it has worn off is I have a pimple right here, and I do wipe my nose sometimes, so that is where it has worn off. But so far I give this like a 8 star because this is so good. I know this is the first day of me trying it, but I will give you guys an update what I really feel about it, maybe at the end of the month in like a monthly favorites video or something like that. But so far, so good. But I will check back at the very end of the day, maybe around 9 or 10. But so far, definitely try to get your hands on this foundation if you like medium to buildable coverage, because I think this even has more coverage than my Revlon Color Stay. So this is amazing. I think it's going to be a new favorite of mine. So I'll check back in a couple hours. Okay, so it is my final check-in of the night, and it's 9:48, and I have been wearing this foundation since about 1:30 this afternoon, and I definitely think this foundation is great for someone that has normal skin or normal to combination skin or normal or like combination to oily. I have combination skin where I'm just like oily in my T-zone in the spring and summer, but I haven't been oily in my T-zone since it's winter, so maybe I will do another update on this foundation when it becomes warmer outside. But I definitely think this is a great foundation. It's $5.99. It gives me medium to buildable coverage. I think this has even more coverage than Revlon Color Stay, and I think it has good lasting power. I know I might look a little shiny on camera because it's not daylight anymore, so I have like 3 bright lights on me, and I do have highlighter on my cheekbones, but it might have worn off by now. But I definitely think this is a good foundation. Like, my blush is still visibly there, so I give this foundation a 8 because I think it's awesome. So definitely check it out and let me know your thoughts on it, if you like it or hate it, or any suggestions you have on this foundation, because it is new at the drugstore. I will definitely be playing with this more, and I will tell you what I think of it at the end of the month when I do like a monthly favorites video or something. So I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what other first impressions you would like to see from me. Bye everyone!